Welcome, sports fans. We are brought to you here, the EASTVIEW game from the lovely arena at the Apple Valley High School, also known as Chicken Valley, the home of 10 chicken restaurants within a 1 square mile radius. Hadley Campbell brings it in, drives it out deep, bring it around the net.
Okay.
And we're going to try and get a shot. Puck goes back. Raylan retrieves back in the corner. As we cycle it around, she'll be looking for Maddie, and she's going to carry it straight up. Moving with speed, right up the side. Come on. Establish, get a shot, get a shot. There we go. Oh! How's that not in? Yeah, but I think she's in the net.
Did he just pick that up from inside the net?
Yeah. Yep.
All right, well.
Are you live?
Yeah, I'm live.
Okay.
Quinlan, shot, rebound to the side, backhand behind the net.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was a goal, but whoa! There we're going to get a power play coming up.
As Teskey gets taken down and then tries to throw back to the point, that touches up, and we'll have a power play.
It should be 2 minutes for boarding.
Ella Bloom in the face-off dot. Puck one back to Hover to Quinlan to Burn to a tip by Hover again and a save.
Yes. Nice movement though.
Yeah. Sean, you might want to invest in a giant iPad like this. It's a lot easier to see it. Another shot by Burn, save.
We just got to get drones.
Actually, that would be something. I don't know if we can fly it inside, but we should be able to. Maybe that's something the high school will want to put in to purchase. We could get like the cool Amazon type views. Is Westland behind the net, walking out front. Will be over. No, over to.
There we go.
To Hover. Hover the shot. Save up in the air. Westland. Back to Bloom. Bloom controls it on the sidewall here. Stops, creates some space, dumps it down to Westland. Westland back behind the net. Centers out front. Tip over, shot over the net.
Just tipped over the top of the net.
Coming outside is Westland. She throws it up to Burn. Thrown on the net. Comes loose finally to EASTVIEW. And they'll hard. No,
nice job, Tegan. And that'll be iced, not on net.
They'll clear it down.
That's a shot on net, I guess.
So, yep, just skated here. No reason to make that pass. So here we go. Yep, now we pass. Tipped up and Teskey with some speed. Into the zone as the change is on behind. Teskey with speed behind the net. She comes up, sees Campbell. Campbell walks in, loses that puck down the middle. Comes back over to Annabelle. Annabelle with a backhand on net and scooped up and held by the goaltender. 40 seconds left to go in this power play. Shots are 7-1.
Oh, you're doing the intermission music?
Yep. Cleared straight back. Schwarzhoff goes back, collects, turns to the outside. She stops and looks. Throws it up. Ooh, just off the stick of Annabelle. Campbell tipped off her stick and deep.
Hard.
And down goes Campbell to chase that. EASTVIEW tries to go around the boards there. They'll go up, and we'll hop over the stick of Raylan to pass. Teskey will be back. She's got a step here. She easily collects that. 7 seconds to go. She comes out with some speed. Up, makes that pass across right onto the tape of Annabelle. She goes into the zone, drags to the middle, loses it, tips it. Back behind the net. Back to Byrne. Byrne, thrown low, tipped out in front, loose, cleared to the side by Eastview.
That's going to be icing.
And it should be, and will be, icing. 11:17 to go. Puck 1 to Payton to Campbell. Campbell cuts down to the top of the far circle. She puts a shot wide of the net, bangs off the backboards. They throw it up. Held by Juliet. Nope. Yes. Held by Campbell.
Nice job.
She throws it
Go
back
get it,
down.
girls.
Eastview near boards. Hoy collects. Tries to get it back up to Campbell, but sends it across to Eastview. Scores off over. Slows that down. Back is Hoy in her skates. Does collect. She comes out. She'll skate. Comes down the middle. Or I'm sorry, the outside here. And she takes it deep. She looks to center. Comes loose to Payton. Payton centers her across.
Oh!
Off the board. She scores off right back down below the net. It is Kanan. Kanan holds. Looks to center. Gets blocked. Collects it. Stays with it. Back up to Bloom. Bloom off the boards. Tries to get it back to Teagan. Comes out. Picked up by Quinlan. Quinlan with a little drag move there. She comes right back into the zone. Tries to get a shot off. Goes back behind the net. Goes over towards Ella with her skates. Comes up the boards. And out comes
Teagan.
Good play there by Byrne, who dumps it back in.
Oh.
Doing the spinorama is Ella as she skates off the ice. Held by Quinlan. Thrown, but not deep. Battling is Westland. And Teskey comes loose to Schwarzkopf. Top of the circle, shot. Blocked, goes into the near boards. She comes back. Westland centers across. Pops loose to Schwarzkopf. To her backhand or forehand. Shot, tipped up in the air.
Oh!
Hits the top of the net and sits there.
That's a field goal. Yeah. Those are trick moves.
It's actually a field
style points.
It's a basketball field goal. It's worth 2 points.
I'm getting critiqued here.
Who is? Who's getting critiqued?
Yeah, the fans want to see the stands too.
Ooh, into the corner. Down goes Annabelle. She tries to go back to the point that's covered. And out of the zone it comes. Back is Campbell. Campbell turns to the near boards here. She cuts up with some speed. 6 to the outside, to the middle. Tipped off of her stick. She battles. Picked up by Westland. Westland looks to center. Pops loose to Annabelle. Annabelle has Schwartz up to the outside. She elects to keep and goes deep. She continues to hold that puck. Skates around the net. Up off the boards to Campbell. Tries to throw it down. And out comes Eastview. Campbell all the way back. Slaps that puck. Throws it back in.
There you go, Layla.
Pressure here by Legler. Tipped away from her. Comes back to her, though. Puck comes up the boards. Fresh on the ice is Lehrman. She dumps it around behind the net. And Lorenzen goes to collect it in the near boards. She centers it across through the crease over to Teskey. Teskey picks it up. Drops, walks back towards the blue line. Turns around. Tipped off of her stick.
Nice job,
Stays
Teagan.
in the zone. And now picked up by Eastview as they come to the neutral zone. Teskey tips that away to Lorenzen. Lorenzen to the chicken sign.
We are in Chicken Valley.
Chicken Valley.
I did mention that.
Yeah, you did. Dumped in by Hoy. Hits the goaltender, goes behind the net as Payton comes down to give pressure. Hoy comes back, has Lehrman to the middle. Goes back to Lehrman. Lehrman has Byrne. And Payton out in front of her. She elects to hit Payton. Payton comes in, throws it across to an open wing. Hits the defenseman, goes to the far boards. They try to backhand it up. Nope. Comes back to Hoy. Hoy chops it up in the air. Collects, shot on net. Pops up and over the net. Collected by Kanan in the near corner. She tries to turn, find the net. That puck's taken away by Eastview. But it does come back to Payton. Comes back to Hoy. Hoy's going to take a shot. Steered aside by the goaltender. Kanan looking back. Gives it back up to Campbell. Campbell walks in the middle. Shot, tipped, wide. Noth Goes up the boards to Lehrman. Lehrman shuffles that puck in the air. Puck still sitting out in front. Hoy to Noth. Noth behind the net. She looks to center. Pops loose. Lehrman will cut right back into the zone. She stays to the outside. Tipped off for her stick. Down comes Westland. Westland takes it to Hover. Hover back behind the net. She looks to center. That pops loose. Thrown all the way down. Scores off. Will come back and collect this.
Changing.
Scores off. Cuts past. Walks to the middle. Goes to the outside. Short hand shot. Oh! Hits the shoulder. Hits the far post and goes wide. As Hover's down below. Hover. Whoa. Holding below. Goes down to Bloom. Bloom tries to shove it up the boards. Eastview takes that away. They pass out. Slowed down by Schwarzhoff. His back is Campbell. Dumped in. And she'll go back and collect. As Campbell skates through the neutral zone. She dumps it in on her backhand. She'll chase it. And tied up the defenseman. Comes back to Campbell. Campbell into the corner. She'll stay low. She has to race over here. The puck starts to come up the boards. Schwarzhoff has it. Dumps it in, but not deep. Taken away and pass out. Stick there by Teskey. Teskey's going to stick handle in the neutral zone, drag to the middle. As she comes in, top of the circle, shot, well over the net, hits the backboards, comes up the near boards, down is Byrne. Byrne forces it back to Lorenzen. Shot by Lorenzen wide. Teskey over to the far side, keeps it low. Down goes Annabelle. Annabelle will collect this in the near boards. As she tries to come up, Byrne loses an edge, but Annabelle keeps it low. Down towards Legler. Legler gets punched off the puck. Knocks that girl over, though, and she'll go to the box for tripping.
Tripping penalty.
I think it was more of the other girl just kind of lost an edge, but either way, the penalty's been called. It will be on the kill at 5:08 in the first.
They're anti-music here.
Well, the Bose system only has so many starts and stops in it.
No, they got to pay by the song.
They were hit hard when Napster came through and stole all their music.
Weren't they all doing like 80s hair rock last year here?
You know, I don't remember. Schwarzhoff back behind the net. She comes around, hard off the boards, and out of the zone it goes. Pressuring down is Kanan. Picked up by the goaltender, gives to their defense. They come up the boards.
There you go, Ella.
Bloom tries to drag down the middle, does, shot, blocked, up over the net, pops loose to the side, collected by Eastview.
Go, Peyton, go.
Again, Bloom comes back for another shot. On net, rebound, comes back out to Eastview.
Go, Peyton, go.
Pucks out of the zone to Campbell. She throws it in, tried to lift it. Didn't quite get enough of it, but that's all right. Comes right back to her. She collects and has another chance to do that off the boards and into the Eastview zone. 1:09 to go. Here's Eastview now comes down the middle. Back checking is Hover. Puck popped up in the air by Kanan. Backhands it back into the Eastview zone. As their defense collects, Hover gives pressure. Takes that puck away. She'll be able to drag to the middle. She does. Creates a spot. Shot wide. Pops loose. Eastview collects. As they come across, taken away by Noth. Noth can't quite get it back into the zone as Eastview comes out. Hover bodying up that girl. Down it goes, and Tegan will go back and collect with 36 seconds to go. Byrne skates around the net. She picks up speed. Pass out to Teskey. Teskey to the outside as she comes down. Short side. Glove save, and we'll have 24 seconds left in the kill. Teskey in the face-off dot. To the right is Westland. The back end is going to be Byrne and Lehrman. Shot on net. Collected by the goaltender. 21 seconds to go. 13 shots for Prior Lake. 1 for Eastview. And those that remember, that was a dump-in that came from this far side.
Yeah. That was a 2-line pass for a shot on net. 3-line pass, probably.
Yep. Puck all the way back down with 10 seconds to go on the kill as Byrne collects, skates around the backside of the net, stops, turns, stick handles, pass goes out to Lehrman. Lehrman is going to push right up the middle as she skates past and dumps that in. And that's the end of the kill. Good dump there by Lehrman. And we are now full strength. Battling down low is Westland. Eastview comes up, throws the puck up, tipped by Teskey. Teskey holds, walks right down the middle to the outside shot. Glove save and held by the Eastview goaltender. Toy, Noth, Kanan, Campbell, Schwarzhoff are the 5 ladies out there. Puck 1 to Noth. Noth dribbles down low, goes into the corner. Hoy joins. She throws it up the boards, taken away by Eastview. Stick lift by Noth, takes it away, top of the circle, shot. Kicked aside by the goaltender, down into the corner. Noth again. She stops and looks, tries to drag the middle, does so. Shot again, high over the net, hits the backside. Noth back to Campbell. Campbell with a shot from distance. Hits Peyton right in the head. Hits the backside of the glass.
I would have laughed if that would have went in, too.
Pinching down as Schwarzhoff to hold that. Taken away by Kanan. Kanan down low. Centers. One touch.
Oh, it's in!
In the net. Knock from Kanan.
I think she missed it. Went off the tip of her.
Knock from Kanan.
Yep.
And 2:10 to go with a 1-0 lead for the Lakers.
That one drilled her right off the top of the dome.
Number 13, Chloe Knopf.
No.
Scoring unassisted at 12:50.
Unassisted is not the answer. We'll go ahead and give that to Peyton. For sure, there might have been a second one, but I can't tell you who that would have been. Annabelle Lowe walks in, backhands, wide of the net, pops loose to the near boards, pass up, step up, Byrne, pass her out in the neutral zone is Lehrman. Lehrman turns to the far side as she controls, picks up speed right down the middle she goes, tries to go right through the feet of that girl, but Lorenzen picks it up, centers across, nobody home, Teskey over to pick up on the far side. Lehrman holds the blue line, pass back to her, Lehrman kind of just throws it down low, up the boards, Byrne, just past her, Lehrman will go back and collect. She throws it out to the neutral zone. Lorenzen collects just behind Teskey. Legler will pick this up. Legler tipped away from her, collected by Teskey. She comes in, tipped away from her, but she holds shot, kicked aside by the goaltender with 1:09 to go. Puck comes up the side, taken away by Eastview. She stick handles down, steps past Lehrman. Has Byrne shot blocked. Sensing trouble.
That should not be a shot on net, though.
No, it should not be. They were going to give it to him. Loose shots on net today.
That was about 2 feet wide.
That was exactly 2 foot wide. And... Oh, they're here. Okay.
Oh, you went to the tournament across the street.
Yeah. Yeah, they have the 2 rinks. This is the high school.
They have a Bantam
rinks.
tournament across the street today.
Down comes Ella Bloom into the zone. Goes back to Campbell. Campbell with a shot.
Oh!
Hits Westland. As she turns from it, comes loose to Bloom. Shot. Rebound. Comes back to Westland. Steered aside, though, by Eastview. As they look to center.
Wrong side.
Onto the neutral zone.
Uh-oh.
Turn over here at the line. Comes
There
back,
we go.
Schwarzhoff. Schwarzhoff will collect. She skates back behind the net. Stop, turns away. She can skate with 16 seconds to go. Passes behind Hover. Let out, though. Hover wins that battle. Comes in. Shorthand. Ooh, couldn't quite get that puck up.
Oh,
What is the play here?
Net's off. Net's off.
Net's off. All right, well, 6 seconds to go, and the net is off. Brings Hoy in. Knock to the left. Kanan to the right with 6 seconds to go.
Oh. I don't know.
Puck comes loose. 3 seconds to go, and that'll be the end of the period.
Good question.
All right, folks, the buzzer rang. That means we're about to start the second period.
Paparazzi.
Yeah, playing some 2009-ish music. You might think that that's when this.
Yes.
Yes, we are the paparazzi. Puck is back into the zone. Schwarzhoff will go back and collect this. Picks it up, stops, turns around, creates some space here. Everyone's low up the boards to Kanan. Just past her. No, she does tip a pass. And she gets pressure. D pass by Eastview, though. They come back out into the neutral zone. They make a pass across. Campbell reads that, forces her to the outside, takes that puck away. She skates back behind the net. She comes around, stays to the outside, and she'll pick up speed. Come all the way down the ice. Puck loose to Hoy. Hoy dumps it. Campbell's off. Peyton does come back. She puts her hand down. Kanan collects. She stays to the outside, hits the top of the circle, goes to the far side. Drop pass. Bloom does get that pass. Centered to... Over did not get much on it. She tried to go far side. I think she wanted to lift it, but didn't. It was kick saved. Bloom off the boards, back up to Lehrman. Lehrman's shot blocked, doesn't make the net. Pinching down is Byrne. Slapped across and good. Did that go off of Peyton or not?
I don't know.
She doesn't seem to.
It looks deflected. Maybe.
I don't know who's going to go through the line.
It did get deflected.
It is going to go to Tegan. Tegan, if it was Peyton, she should be first through the line.
Yep.
2-0.
Scoring for Prior Lake was number 24, Tegan Bernay.
Bernay. Are you French? Oui. We are sitting next to the Bernays right now.
We are sitting next to the Bernays.
The Bernays sauce.
Oh, yes.
Great on a steak with a little bit of lobster.
A little bit of lobster. Down is Hover trying to stick handle. Controls up off the boards to Bernay. Thrown down, collected by Hover. As they battle low, Hover comes away with it. Walks behind the net. Centers across. Ooh, just missed by Westland. Chesky across. Backhanded out to Tegan. Back down to Lehrman in her own zone as she skates out of the zone. Kicks it. Hits the EASTVIEW zone and chases her down. Back is Lorenzen.
Oh, Annabelle.
Annabelle with speed comes
5
in.
on
Goes
2
to
here.
the outside on her backhand. Forehand short sides. Kept aside down is McCullough. McCullough will collect. Back up to Schwarzhoff. Schwarzhoff, top of the circle. Shot. On net and held.
24-2 in shots.
That is an accurate statement.
I don't even know if there's 2 shots.
Back is Campbell to collect. Off the boards and out. She'll collect it. Off the boards again. 8, though, for EASTVIEW's back. She goes back to her D as they reset. They hit 38. Noth takes that away in the neutral zone. Back to her D not D partner, but D teammate. Quinn. Quinn comes up the middle. Uncontested shots. Hits a stick and goes way up top. All right, onto the ice comes Lorenzen and Byrne. Into the corner. Down is Hoy. And Kanan. Kanan looks to center. Blocked. Stays in that corner. Comes back up. Held there by Lorenzen. Dumps it deep. Hoy down below the net has short side. Just hopped the stick of Kanan as that was a hard shot that bounced over. Byrne reads that, tips it down into the corner. Short side hits the. I think they hit the block.
Hit the side of the post.
Hit the paddle. That's what the sound was. I think her paddle was outside the post there. So that did not sound like metal. Unless Athena has a metal stick. It's very possible that the goalposts are actually made of wood. Peyton getting so close to putting these in. All right, puck into the corner. Tied up. Bloom. Bloom walks it out.
Oh, you got Raylan wide open.
Looks. Shoots it. Pops wide. Down is Hover. Hover will go back up to the point. Schwarzhoff. Takes her time. Dumps it down. Tipped up behind the net. As they come down, she'll pinch down and collect. She gets tied up. Pops loose to Bloom. Bloom across the middle. Taken away. Campbell holds though. The puck pops loose for the moment. Down is Westland. Shot. Glove save. Back behind the net. As they battle down the side here. EASTVIEW tries to get it out of the zone. Campbell says nope. She collects it. Walks down the middle on her backhand. Forehand shot. Wide. Over collects. Campbell's low. She sets it out front and we'll have a cover. Uh, 10:03 in the second. Picked up by EASTVIEW as they try to get it out. No going there as it comes up. Comes out of the zone. Quinn will go back and collect. Quinlan picks up speed. She comes down the middle. Shot. Hits the side of the post, goes wide, and rings out of the zone. Coming back here is Legler. Legler will collect as she skates behind her own net. Eventually, yes, there it is. Tries to go up. Held at the point. Slap shot on net. That is her legit first shot.
Yep. That was a good shot, too.
Yep, she got all of it. Byrne behind the net. Off the backboards to Lehrman. Lehrman comes up, cuts to the middle, and she'll skate. Goes around the forward, into the zone. The outside shot. Nice shot there by Quinn. Puck is still loose. Bodies all over the place. That puck is completely loose. Lehrman collects it back behind the net. Tries to drag to the middle. And that puck is out. I don't know if this will count as a shot on net.
Might have been a shot on that.
That's pretty much it, yeah. 8:52 remaining here. Hoy, Kanan,
Hey,
no.
statisticians don't grow on trees.
Hoy ties it up, tries to throw it at the net, doesn't make it there, blocked. Battling his Knopf. Puck comes out, covered. Back in the face-off, that is Hoy. One over to Knopf. Knopf to Schwarzhoff. To Lorenzen. Drag move there, comes loose to Schwarzhoff. Backhands it down to Knopf. Should have taken the shot, but here's what it is. Knopf takes it low. Comes back to Kanan. Kanan centers out to Hoy off of her stick. Comes loose to Lorenzen. Lorenzen drags to the middle. Taken away from her, but it's held. She goes back and collects, throws it loose. To Kanan. Shot. Oh! Kick save. Knopf collects, keeps it low. Lorenzen all the way down. Hoy covers for her. Lorenzen to Kanan. Kanan behind the net. As she continues to battle low. Puck comes right loose to Lorenzen. Shot.
Oh,
wide.
Monorail.
Scores off a hold. She'll go right back down. Kanan will collect. As she does, she turns and looks. Centers right onto Knopf. One-timer, but a big save there.
Yeah.
7:42 in the second. Back to Quinn. She shoots. Puck tipped twice. Goes wide. Collected by Hover. Over to Bloom. Bloom back down to Hover. Hover collects it. Back behind the net. Skates around. Looks to center. Hits us. Eastview girl goes wide. Up the near far boards. Campbell all the way down. Hover. Hover shot. Post wide. Back up. Pinching is Bloom. And coming out is Eastview. Eastview. The hard pass off the skates of her partner is Westland. Westland up, collected by Bloom. Bloom into the zone, tries to create a space for a shot. Spins in the circle, has a lot of time, throws it across. Campbell will go down and hold. Throws it wide, tipped. Out in front of Campbell again, out to the blue line, but not out as Legler was changing and held it. Puck is tipped and finally brought out, and that'll be icing.
Shot on net.
Nope, that will not be icing as Lehrman will get back there. Has McCullough out there. McCullough picks it up the red line as she comes down. Stays to the outside. Held to the outside here. She slides across. Teskey just trying to redirect that. Was just wide. Legler down to McCullough. McCullough will cross the ice. Hits the boards and out into the neutral zone. Byrne collects. Has Lorenzen to the far side. She throws it up the middle, collected here by McCullough. McCullough to Teskey. Teskey goes into the zone, pops over the stick of McCullough, but she collects it with no pressure. A shot wide, hits the backboard, sits, collected by Teskey. Teskey up front to Byrne. Byrne with her second today. 3-0. Prior Lake. 5:58 to go.
I'm guaranteed Teagan's telling the ref to pronounce my name right. The E is silent, not accentuated. There's no umlaut in it.
Scoring for Prior Lake was number 24, Tegan Byrne.
Yep.
Assisted by number 17, Annabelle Lawrence. Burns and Lawrence at 9:02.
Pass is out. Comes down into the corner. Down in the corner is Hoy and Schwarzhoff along with two Eastview girls. Puck comes out. Back up to the point. Comes loose. Schwarzhoff will collect. As she comes down, she cuts to the middle. Cuts around. She hits the red line. Dumps it in. Down goes Kanan and Hoy. Pressured. Picked up, won by Knopf. Knopf looks to center across. Schwarzhoff will come back and collect. She shoots it at the net. Tipped and goes wide. Puck comes up the board again. Schwarzhoff holds. Tries to go down. Nothing hit her. Then does go down. Down is Kanan. She'll collect. Sits behind the net. Comes back out. Schwarzhoff has to come down and collect. There's a shot. Goal! We'll see if Peyton tipped that or not. Nope, Schwarzhoff will get that goal. I believe from Kanan with 4:48 to go.
Scoring for the Lakers is number 18, Raylan Schwarzhoff. Assisted by number 27, Kanan. Schwarzhoff from Kanan at 10-12.
Ooh, Over comes in, rips one wide, collects her own rebound, tries to go back up to the point. Down goes Westland. Eastview throws it up the boards here.
Uh-oh.
We're going to have a penalty.
That's going to be on Carly.
Carly will go to the box. Her shoulders are shrugged. Later, she'll be given a piece of chalk, and she'll have to write what happened 15 times on the whiteboard or the chalkboard.
Do not check girls into the board.
But before that, she will have to scour the earth to find a chalkboard and a piece of chalk.
I hate writing on chalkboards.
Yeah.
Just makes my skin crawl.
Number 16, Carly Hover. 2 minutes for checking at 10:38.
Lorenzen back behind the net. Pass up to Bloom. Bloom dumps it right on down there. The goaltender will collect it. She thought about trying to go full ice on that with a goalie stick, but thought the better of it. As they're tied up by, I don't know who this is. Hayden is down there, just wreaking havoc. Good back check here. Kanan comes back, ties that up. Bloom joins. We'll go back to Campbell. Campbell at her own blue line. Takes her time, drags to the middle, goes to the outside. And dumps it, hits the backboards, pops out front, tipped by the goaltender, given to Bloom. Bloom can walk out. Nope, goes behind the net. She walks out, throws it up to Lorenzen, but just out of her reach. As Campbell comes back and collects at the red line. 1:05 to go. She busts down there, comes in. She's going to have a shot. Big save. Goes wide. Comes loose to Lorenzen. Lorenzen's got time. Shot. Well, wide. Almost taken by that Eastview defenseman. The change will be on. I believe it's 4-0.
Yep. 4-0.
Oh, yeah, it is. I see where we say it. Yep. I was looking at
There's
the
too many
shots.
numbers on that board.
The
It's not
shots.
35-3. We're not playing basketball.
What if we were? Puck won by Eastview as they come through. They cut to the outside. Teagan uses her body and ties that up. Comes back to Knopf. Knopf dumps it through the neutral zone back into the Eastview zone. That puck comes across. Schwarzhoff will collect. Taken away. Passes out by Eastview. Shot. Kicked out. Picked up by Schwarzhoff.
4 shots
She'll
on
take her
that.
time, dumps it all the way down, as that'll burn off a few seconds as Teskey gives chase. Teskey will get there first. Goes up the far boards. She'll collect. Tries to get it over to Noth. Out it comes, though. Stepping up is Byrne. Offside should be the call, but no. Noth will collect. Noth will skate back behind that net on her
Go,
backhand.
Chloe.
As she
Go
picks up
wide. There
speed
you
here,
go.
she goes to the far side.
Oh.
Hits the red line, hits the blue line. Tipped away from her, collected there by Eastview. Pressure, though, by Hover. Fresh out of the box as she drags back against. Tripped by Noth. Held
Where's
by
the call
Lorenzen.
on that?
Lorenzen walks it down. Shot. Big up and over the net.
We almost did that twice.
Teskey. She has time to Hover behind the net. She tries to center it out. Collected here by Lorenzen. Lorenzen down to Hover. Hover knocked over.
Reverse hit on that.
Yep. The Miko Koivu reverse check.
Yep.
Back is Lorenzen. Lorenzen thinks about passing, says nope. It's the red line. Jumps it deep. That'll ring around. And pressure down by Legler. Up the boards. And collected there by Lorenzen. Pass down to McCullough. McCullough comes in, tipped away from her. Out comes Eastview. Lehrman watches her. Forces her to the far boards. Shot, drop pass, back to the point. Eastview dumps it in. Lorenzen takes a look around.
Ooh.
So that girl tries to lift her stick, and Lorenzen just tosses her like a rag doll. That happens.
1 minute.
McCullough picks it up here. It's the red
1
line.
minute remaining.
Stays to the outside. Coming in is Bloom. Bloom dumps it. Comes loose too. No, just pops past Legler. To the blue line. Down comes Teskey. Teskey with the shot blocked. Goes wide. Back to McCullough. McCullough keeps it down. As Legler stays below. She continues to look. Tries to give it to somebody. Finally gives it to Campbell. Campbell with the shot well wide. Hits the near boards. Pinching down is Lehrman with 25 seconds to go. Legler holds. Teskey holds. Lehrman will dump it in. Stay on the ice for the last 12 seconds here. And that'll do it for the second.
See you at the quick exam period.
All right, welcome back to the third period. 4-0 Lakers. The shots on goal are 36 for the Lakers, 4 for Eastview. I do want to say they're very generous with shots on goal.
Yeah.
Here in Chicken Valley.
Yes. You know, I had Canes last night for the first time in a long time. That was really good. I might have to hit up some Dave's Hot Chicken here tonight.
Did you come all the way out to Chicken Valley to get that Canes?
No, I got it up by the Super Rinks last night.
Oh, that's right. You're up there.
Yeah.
Really a home away from home for us hockey families.
Yeah.
All right, well, Eastview has the puck. They dump it in. Collected down low by Eastview as they are taken away by Teskey. Teskey skates to the outside in our own zone. Comes up to the past the red line with speed. Goes to the outside, has Legler, loses an edge on this pristine ice. Goes back to Lorenzen. Lorenzen shot across the ice, steered aside calmly by the goaltender. Lorenzen comes back to her, shot, and saved by the goaltender.
Whoa.
Juliet, the hop off the boards and the slide on her knuckles into a circle.
They made the ice extra slippery after the...
They did. They're using their Olympia Zamboni, or ice
Yeah, you
water
can't
dropper.
say it. Call it a Zamboni. It's Olympia.
That's correct.
Zamboni. That's like saying all pop is coke, which some regions of the world do.
Yes, they do. Schwarzkopf takes that away. Up off the boards, right out to Kanan. Kanan collects, drops for Schwarzkopf. Back up to Noth. Noth into the zone. Hoy's in the middle. As Noth goes all the way down. Bodies up. Kanan joins. Pops it off the side of the net. Goes wide. Eastview collects, but they're pressured. Out comes Eastview with a pass that's just out of the reach. And back goes Campbell. Campbell picks up speed as she hustles down the ice. Stays to the outside. Cuts again to the outside. She steps down. Skates behind the net. Goes to the far side. Drop pass at the line to Lehrman. Lehrman throws it back down behind the net. Picked up by Hover. She collects. She skates the old dips-doodle back to Lehrman. Shot with the shot on the side of the net. Still loose. Kicked around and a big whistle. And we'll have a face-off. 13-11 to go. We're up to 40 shots on goal, according to the
Like a basketball score.
man with the fingers over there. Puck one down to Westland. Westland, stick handles low. Comes loose to Hover. Hover with a shot.
Ooh.
Right into the glove of the goaltender. That's shot number 41. Westland back to Byrne. Byrne with a shot. Tipped. Goes loose to Bloom. Bloom into the gut. Shot 42. Big game of volleyball breaking out over on the far side over here. Puck back to Lehrman. Oh, just under her stick. And she'll have to go collect. As she does. Stays to the outside. To the middle. Red line. Blue line. Top of the circle shot. Steered aside by the goaltender. Held down by McCallow. To Teskey. Teskey tipped away. Held by Lehrman. Collected, thrown, but not out as Byrne comes in. Byrne backhands it down. Eastview collects, and they finally get the puck out as Lehrman will come back and collect. She takes her time. Pass up to Layla Legler. She comes down. Far side, turns, comes back towards the blue line as she's reading it. Over to Lehrman.
Oh.
Lehrman couldn't get that shot off as that puck comes out.
That's not offsides.
I
Could have
couldn't tell if
played
it
it.
went out. Yeah.
It don't matter. They put it back in.
Teskey, far side shot, misses the net. McCullough back to Lorenzen. Lorenzen is shot that's steered aside. Cannon collects. Cannon down low. Tries to center, taken away. Tied up. EASTVIEW. Across is Teskey. Teskey. Shot. Glove save. Hoy in the face-off dot. Tied up. EASTVIEW comes away with it. They make a pass out. It's be collected by Lorenzen. Lorenzen back to Schwarzhoff. Schwarzhoff's going to go back to Lorenzen. Lorenzen collects. Stops. Looks. Hits. Knopf. Knopf into the zone. Thrown at the net. And covered. Campbell to Hoy. Hoy drags her forehand, just tipped away from her. EASTVIEW goes to the far side. Long stick reach there by Knopf. Disrupts that. But finally out into the zone. Back is Byrne. Byrne to Campbell. Campbell takes her time. Looks. Throws it across. Hits Knopf. Knopf into the zone. Tipped into the far corner. Down she goes. As she looks, she sees Campbell out front. Campbell walks down. Shot. Big save there.
Ooh.
Through the crease. And out of the zone it goes. Byrne to Westland. Westland tipped off the puck. Pressures, takes it away. Stepping up is EASTVIEW, and they'll go ahead and ice it.
Shot on that.
Shot on net. Up, tied up. Hover to Westland, shoots it wide. Hover across. She'll hold it low. Westland will have to go down and get it. She will. She's tied up, but Hover's down there. It pops loose. Hover will collect, though. She's going to go up to Lehrman. Lehrman with a shot. Tipped wide. Schwarzhoff goes down. She controls. Tries to go back up, but that puck was tipped. Lehrman reads that. Keeps that girl to the outside. Offsides is the call.
Double whistle.
A tweet.
Tweet.
9:40 to go here in the third. 4-0 Prior Lake. Nice steal there by Layla. She throws the puck at the net. Steered aside by EASTVIEW's defense. And out into the neutral zone. Back is Byrne. She hustles back. She collects. Skates to the near boards. She wants to hold it. She does. She skates to the outside. Drags through a few girls. Gives it over to McCullough. McCullough, top of the circle shot.
Oh.
Doesn't make the net. Going to collect is Teskey. Throw it up the middle, and out it goes.
There you go.
Annabelle with a nice little drag move to the middle as she stays to the outside. Shot, steered aside right to McCullough. Oh, she tried to go backhand to forehand, but it slid past her forehand. She goes back to the point. There's Lehrman. Lehrman, cross Teskey. Teskey, shot. Tip goes wide. Tied up behind is Peyton. Teskey with a shot, kicked aside into the corner is Knopf. Knopf looks, walks out front. Puck knocked off her stick, backhanded, tipped wide. Out into the neutral zone. Lorenzen back to Lehrman. Lehrman hits the red line, passes up to Hoy. She tips it in, but it's taken away by Eastview as they come out of the zone and thrown deep.
It's going to be icing.
It sure is, Sean. One shy of the half-century mark for shots on goal, Sean.
Like a basketball game.
Where'd 5 come from? I must have missed the shot.
They're just adding them in the backside. Oh, it's that one where she stopped kind of with her glove, and then it fell down.
Schwarzhoff pinches down. Teskey, no, Hover and Schwarzhoff battling. Hover comes away. To Bloom. Shot
Nice.
5-hole as Bloom buries that. 7:26 to go, 5-0 Lakers.
Yeah. Yep. Hit shot 50 with that goal.
Sure did.
So we have a 10% shooting percentage.
There's only 5s and 0s up there if you get rid of the 3, the 7, the 2, and the 6.
Oh, good call. And there's 6-7 up there.
There is a 6-7 up there. That's accurate.
Starting to drive late was number 8.
Number 8 is the answer as Campbell takes it out.
This goes to number 3.
He was looking for a pronunciation.
Wrestling, huh?
And number 16, Kelly Holder.
Okay. Puck's out of the zone. Eastview will dump it. That'll ring around and Campbell will go collect.
Oh.
She throws it down into the Eastview zone. That's collected, throws back in. Battled for it, and here's Campbell. Campbell to the outside. Byrne comes up, collects it. Far side, tries to go to her forehand, drags in the middle. Just
she was looking for number 3.
Yes, she was, as it slides off her backhand. Mom and Dad promised her a new hat. Back to Byrne. Byrne shot. Tipped. Wide. Eastview collects. Comes up the boards as they hit the breaking wing. Byrne's back. Nice little nifty play there. There's a good shot on goal by Eastview. That'll be number 6, and that gets rid of our 5s and 0s. Back into the zone. Lorenzen will go collect with 5:42 to go. She comes up the near boards, pinches past the pressuring forward and the center, and she's tripped. Oh, yep. The hand is in the air. The whistle has been blown. And we will have a power play with 5:32 to go. Ooh. Face off, low. Picked up by Bloom, back to Lehrman. Lehrman looks. Schwarzhoff. Schwarzhoff walks up. Shot blocked. Goes into the near boards. Down goes Westland. She goes back up to Lehrman. Lehrman's got some time. She looks down to Westland. Cross. She Schwarzhoff. Shot blocked. Into the neutral zone. Tied up. Schwarzhoff comes up. Right across to Lehrman. Lehrman dumps it in. Rings around the boards. Held by Schwarzhoff. Picked up here by Teskey. Teskey drops low. She's tied up for the moment. Joining will be Hover. Up the boards to Lehrman. Lehrman comes across. Dragged to the outside. Hits the top of the circle. Shot. Comes loose, Schwarz off. She cuts low. She looks here. She's got some time. Shot, cross the crease. Pops loose to Lehrman. Low is Noth. Noth comes across to Schwarzhoff. Schwarzhoff's going to go back to Noth. Noth collects. She walks in, top of the circle, shot, rebound, and held. Up towards Teskey. Teskey keeps it low as she skates back behind the net. Centers out. Knopf collects. Goes to Campbell. Campbell stays to the outside, down to Teskey. Teskey circles in the lower area, kicked away, collected by Eastview. Thrown up and out. Should do it for the kill or the power play with about 10 seconds to go. As out for a leisurely skate was Athena. Looking is Campbell. She comes out, pass up to Byrne. Byrne, pass to Legler. Legler to the middle. Full strength is the call. Out comes Eastview. Back is Bloom to collect that. And she skates back behind Athena. She comes around, has Legler to the middle, tries to pass it, then misses but picks it up, drags around. Now has Knopf cutting down the middle. Bloom skates around, I'm not sure what's happening here. Schwarzhoff will collect. Will be delayed. Good dump in and back in. Comes Westland. Thrown back out. Lorenzen collects. And she hits the red line. She hits the blue line. Loses the puck to the far side. She's got no pressure. Shot. Steered up and pops loose here.
That
back
should
it goes.
Be icing.
It will be icing. With 2:31 to go. Hoy in the faceoff dot. Tied up as the puck pops loose to Kanan. Kanan throws it across, taken away by Eastview. Shoves it to the far side. Tipped up and out of the zone. And back to get it. It'll be Byrne. That'll be a shot on goal. Number 7. Here is Kanan. Kanan tries to go up the boards. It's tipped back. Byrne will collect. She's off the boards over to Lehrman. She lets it go to Knopf. As they battle with 1:50 to go. Lehrman does come away with this puck. She goes down and picks it up. She's going to go right up the middle here. Pass to Hoy. Pops off of her stick. And Eastview collects. Byrne comes away with it. Let's see if Byrne can get that brand new hat. Nope, she passes up into the skates of Peyton. Peyton takes it away, dumps it back in. Down into the corner will go Teskey. Teskey has McCullough out front. Holds. Tipped wide by Kanan. Campbell playing low as she comes around. Looks, holds. Shot.
1 minute.
Steered aside.
1 minute remaining.
Tied up in the corner by Kanan. Joining is Teskey. Teskey walks to the circle, forehand shot, hits the post, goes back wide. Back out to Lorenzen. Lorenzen shot and held with 40 seconds to go. Up to Lorenzen. Lorenzen cuts, hits the circle, shot.
Ooh.
Off the goalie, off the post, and behind the net. Eastview trying to break it out. And they will get it out. Picked up by Bloom. Bloom back into the zone. Top of the circles comes loose to Lorenzen. On her backhand. And that should do it here with 6 seconds to go. As Hover keeps it low. Don't blow the whistle, let it just end. And that'll be it.
Yeah.
5-0's the final. Good game there by the Lakers.
See you Tuesday night.
Sure, that sounds great.
I think it's at Dakota.
Okay.
$10,000 now.